If women were really treated the same as men, they'd kill themselves. They'd kill themselves. They wouldn't last. They wouldn't last a year. There's just no way. The stuff that women complain about, the stuff that women get emotional over, the stuff that women stress themselves out over, and I say stress themselves out. I don't say get stressed out over. I say stress themselves out. Because 90% of women's stress and emotional turmoil and quote-unquote anguish is really just self-inflicted. They stress out over shit that is inconsequential, that doesn't matter. Okay? Like, oh, somebody's hurt my feelings and said something to me today, or a guy looked at me weird on the subway. Like, there's just no comparison. If you look at a man's life and a woman's life, there's no comparison. Men have learned how to not give a fuck what somebody says about them, or if somebody looks at them funny. Men have learned because it's stupid. We get it. We get it all the time. We just ignore it. It doesn't help us to be worried about that, but a woman is worried about that. Because women are 95% ego. Men can't afford to be egotistical. There are egotistical men out there. And ironically, women love those men and chase those men, and they think all men are like that. When in reality, that's not even what they mean when they say all men are like that. What they mean is all the men they chase after are like that. Because that's the men they choose to chase after. That's how nonsensical and just crazy women are in their mentality. The guys they chase after, the egotistical, narcissistic, selfish, megalomaniac men that they chase after are all men, quote unquote, to them. Because you want to know what? If you're not like that, if you're not an egotistical, narcissistic man, they don't even think you exist. You're just another beta boy. You're just another nice guy that they're going to put in the friend zone if you're normal, if you're a normal guy. You see how crazy and backwards women are? And then they want to say all men are narcissistic and they're all toxic, and it's toxic masculinity after you get hurt by 5 guys who just use you for sex because that's who you are attracted to, because your nature is so fucked up that you don't want to be with the normal regular guy. And I'm not even saying the normal regular guy is beta. He's not. Us normal guys, we all got to go MGTOW because we're too honest. We're not narcissistic enough. We're not bad boy enough. We all got to go MGTOW because they don't want us. If you're not a Chad 10 out of 10 bad boy narcissist womanizer, then you might as well be a loser beta white knight. It's like there's no difference. And the guys who did transition over into being a loser beta white knight, they're just the weak guys. They really are the betas because they think, oh, I'm going to agree with her. I mean, how many times do I have to agree with her before she sleeps with me? Yeah. I'm a feminist. Yeah. I believe women are oppressed. I support you. Yeah, you're right. Everything you say is right. Kiss feet, kiss her feet, kiss her feet. Do I get sex now? And these beta simps, they come out of the woodwork online whenever you say anything bad about any woman anywhere, even if it's the most truthful bit of information, even backed up by evidence, even backed up by an actual circumstance that happened. Like, they'll come out of the woodwork to defend these wretched, horrible women. That's how fucking cucked and brainwashed and just, these men have no souls. Anyway, I mean, women would not last. Imagine having to actually go work, having to actually not get everything handed to you, having to actually live by accountability and responsibility and not actually, blaming everything on a man or I mean, this is why these women go crazy when their Instagram accounts get deleted. Because that's all they have is the manipulation. That's all they have is the money from the simps on their OnlyFans. the Pornhub tips. That's all they have. What happened to the real working woman? She doesn't exist anymore. Not to say women don't have jobs, but I mean, this whole social media thottery has become an epidemic. Not only do we got single moms out there who are using, misusing and abusing the welfare system and the state. The state has replaced a man, even though I don't even like to say that a man's job or his duty is to provide for a woman, because that gets manipulated and we get used and manipulated that way, which is a trap in and of itself, because she can just divorce you and then get half your shit and not even have to sleep with you, which many, many, many women have taken advantage of. Divorces at 60%. You like them odds, buddy? You gonna sign those papers? You like them divorce odds? Some say some studies are even 75%, as high as 75%. And of course, 3 out of 4 marriages are ended, or the ending of 3 or 4 marriages are initiated by women. It's a grift. You're being taken. Women they're living in la la land. They are absolutely living in denial. They're absolutely not living in reality, and yet they walk around and still feel like they're oppressed. They are the most privileged beings on this earth. They get things handed to them for free constantly, left and right. They don't got to pay for drinks. They don't got to pay for dates. They don't got to pay for life if they want to marry a man with money. They don't got to do anything. They just sit back and spread their legs. Of course, they got this evil smirk on their face. Of course, they got this evil smile, because they know men will bend over backwards to do anything for them. And this is what we've let them become. We've let them become that. This is what happened when we gave them freedom. They wouldn't last a month. They'd kill themselves if they were a man. First of all, they wouldn't get any validation. They wouldn't get any attention, because men don't get any validation. We don't get any attention. Are you kidding me? Unless we're 10 out of 10 Brad Pitt celebrities, rock stars, we get no attention. We don't get women looking at us, oogling us, coming up to us and telling us we're hot, chasing us down to talk to us, hitting on us, buying us drinks, paying for dates, buying us $5,000 engagement rings, taking us on vacations, paying for our college tuition, paying for our rent, buying us cars. We get none of that. This is women in the West, and yet they still act like they're oppressed. They still believe that they're being oppressed. I mean, this is lunacy. Absolute lunacy. It's unconscionable how crazy this is. The craziness. Why wouldn't men walk away from that? What do we have to gain? Oh, a little bit of pussy, a crumpet of pussy, a crumb of sex. That's what we have to gain from years of pain and years of toil that we got to go get a real job and work. And then women complain. I read something, I read a meme the other day that said a woman was breaking down and crying because she had to work a real job and it was stressful. Like, oh, you poor thing. How's that taste of equality? That's what men do, and we don't complain about it, because if we complain about it, we're considered feminine. If we complain about it, we're called pussies. We're told to man up. It's our duty. It's our job to provide for women. It's the manly thing to do, right? Break our backs. We have heart attacks at 60 because of stress. And women still aren't thankful. They still say we're pigs and there's rape culture and all we want is sex and we're all just scummy men. They wouldn't last a second. They wouldn't last a month as a man.